diving into design history tools. Hello, my name is Vladimir Kabát. I'm professional architect and company Revelia owner. As a company Revelia, we are offering complete architectural and engineering services as a RIA overseas members operating in Central Europe, mainland Slovakia. We are operating since 1998, since we launched first project. The tool's history. The presentation is about our tool's history. We are connecting the past and the present to be the future, everlasting masterpieces images. Looking back on an old design tool is not too easy. Back to history, it is hard to remember the author of the masterpieces. Even the tools are the mysterious part of a creation. Learning physics is like being a spy of God during creation, said Albert Einstein. Physical tools are different from virtual ones, more creative. It can be used uh, to not sit on the chair like it always does in front of the PC over the past few years. AI searchers are not linked to the combination. The computing algorithm has no handy skills to apply on site. Let be more revolutionary to bring your tools to your desk horizontally and your screen vertically. So we have to start creating library tools, creating folders and the files scheduled into a new tree structure. We have to invest in a new tools to be used on site. Investing into new measurements, try the old tools and find simplicity between them. How to search the old techniques, visiting libraries, archives, possibly museums to borrow the traditional way and the techniques. We have to try experience from 3D scanning and compare past and the present. So the center of presentation is a solution. The grinder holds the tool's potential, is the invoice and the goal maker. So lucky to be grinder. In architecture practices, we have three main fellas: minder, finder, and grinder. Minder is the man who has the idea. The word and the idea is the first. Finder is a guy customer oriented on the groups. He finds jobs and he is quite important, but he has no skills to do it. The grinder is the man. Monetize the real money maker. He makes masterpieces. So let's introduce the tools. There are four simple tools and the related techniques. Uh, what could what can you measure? You can manage using Baroque tools, finding design similarities in an ASC world. There are four abilities. Compass, be the focused and the right based. The ruler, precision in keeping parallel lines or finding intersections. Plumb line and the level, feeling gravity in the mass center. And finally, chisel and hammer, ability to modify power to correct and continuous improvements. So your screen has the property to mirror the ideas through the eye reversely into your mind. Difficult to say, we have a full beam set mind. We have to be more critical. Our screen is a 2D projection of reality. Thinking back on visual thinking, development, and holding real design tools in a hand be revolutionary to bring something more than a day table mouse connecting to virtual world into the digital world. Working with a 3D model is an advantage, but still, the projection is a plain table-based. The logical connective, also called a logical operator, functional connective, or functional operator. So, beside multiply and divide is the most used tool operation in your 3D screen toolbar. Do you have ideas how to bring more designers on site to be fully creative? Give them the digital tools. Create more laser-based handle machines. Give the fresh air and the more daily steps. Philosophy has already produced many lazy people. Understanding the weight is the first step to seeing the center of gravity. Stepping out of the table and seeing how viable are the drawings. The BIM has done a great job developing revolutionary thinking and starting processes, and with the AI, we'll be eating the human beings' critical minds already built for centuries because it is easy generated from the computing mind. We have to give up those advantages just for the limited time and we'll try replace them with the tools in our hands. The round-trip workflow will cause a clear understanding of tools on site and the screen toolbar. Maybe some cases will cause 369 to generate results visually or mathematically, and probably more simple, similar results to be discovered. So, back to the grinder. Um, be hired first or let be fired? That's the question. Mostly fired becomes the grinders. Don't be afraid to be fired or failed. So, as you see, grinder tools, be using more scissors, knives, saws, and any cutting tools, extrusion and rotation, multiply and divide ideas. There are not too many operators to be used. It's just the combination of the operations. We found in a museum in Prague Baroque ruler. It was a National Museum exhibition, Baroque exhibition, and we found a lot of similarities and found very useful for training, even for training with the AutoCAD tools you see in your desk every day. Geometry is adaptable. It's easy to use, has a numeric functionality, it's a flexible and adaptable design. So we made a BIM model and captured the reality. Uh, we found a lot of similarities in a simple BIM model. So creating the as a build after 300 years, 1701, is like a journey to past, discovering how simple design procedures were used to. See, most successful designers and architects practices appears three roles. As I mentioned, minder, finder, and grinder. From the design point of view, he is a tool user. From the money point of view, his role is the money maker, potentially can play a key role. I must have a key point mention the grinder. The most efficient way to build a complex building is to put together all the components. The art of design is to create the beauty of a unique but not the quantity of everything. Searching design components in social internet databases not offer the way how they do it, not showing the tools and the techniques developed through the centuries. I will be happy to introduce the platform showing the tools for designers connected to real sites and be able to hold in the hands old-fashioned way. This could be the library of tools and the related techniques. Manuals lead more creative design. Having laser scanner experiences is the point cloud and the Photo HD 360. We can understand the building from the great scale as is seen on the presentation slide. Having the scan point cloud is just the beginning. For the restoration and the reconstruction buildings, we can understand the history of sequences of creating the building. If we concentrate on the tool's virtual way in the software package, we can see the design tools to be suitable to use on site. What can we measure? We can manage, as I mentioned. If something went wrong, we can still notch on site to accommodate the not adaptable components. So rule number one, uh, hit the target. Creating as a build record need to be focused on the tools and the techniques way used to. All necessary parameters in a purpose to renovate the building. Be customer focused. Be focused on the customer. Be the key property of the designer. Grinder learning skills gives naturally the tools. So rule number two, know the price on the market. You must have opportunity to build, knowledge of the full building and the area development budget, freedom to invent, is knowledge of the new tools price, and finally, you have to win competition. The risk of losing profits is eliminated by appropriate price. So I have to show few jobs, few BIM jobs. They are architecturally concentrated on the facade design. So we mostly made fully BIM facade based projects. Those buildings, they are high intelligence building and has been used for analysis. As the build outputs are the next data for the building manuals, models capture reality at the highest LOD. So technology, building BIM facade model. We produced a BIM facade model fully um, integrated model, contractor coordination level, at the contractor coordination level, digital twin virtually were presented, and the detail level was one-to-one. So facing facade design. The ASC Autodesk Collection 2024 gives you confident design project to full views. All parameters are related to parameters and the component properties. The models guarantee lifetime use project to build manuals. So you see modern buildings, and you have different feeling as I show you the Baroque buildings at the beginning of the presentation. You have to be thinking in a parallel and have to have to go back to the tools and ask yourself if you can use the techniques and the tools and be more design focused. So design tools are available immediately in different categories from different devices. So you have graphic design software, web design software, prototyping software, animation software, and a 3D modeling software. You can use all skills people learned over centuries and see how different results will you have at the end of the process. Different experience is a factory design. Must be functional, cost effective, safety and efficient, and the production prioritized. So, what's the conclusion? Um, it's a kind of summary. As an architect, would appreciate finding more systematic design tools to be handled on site. Concentrating on the grinder tools is a long time processes. Creating a tools collection would be proud of each architect. The private library must be based on a personal experiences and will give the level of experiences of even a variety of jobs during the lifetime. The challenge is very clear. Be different, faster, efficient, and more customer attractive. Definitely, I will recommend starting your tool library by creating folders and files scheduled into the new tree structure, and also would recommend invest into new tools to be used on site. Finding new sources will be beneficial. Recording long-term economic benefits causes an impact on the profit as well. So, as at the end of the presentation, I would like to thank you for the attention. And if you have any questions, you can ask me directly or you can send me the email. Thank you for listening.